At least 3,000 delegates are meeting in Nairobi this week for the first ever United Nations Habitat Assembly, a decision-making body focused on urbanisation and human settlements.
Leaders gathered at the meeting will discuss how best to use innovation to create smart cities that cater for the needs of rising populations. As Sarah Kimani reports, the meeting is quite crucial for Africa as the United Nations estimates that by the year 2050, half of the world's population will live in cities and the greatest shift will be in Africa and Asia.
A continent on the move. And it is Africa's cities that are bearing the burden of rapid urbanization. From stretched infrastructure to an increase in slums, experts say the continent must do more if Africa is to achieve the goal of ensuring that everyone has access to affordable, adequate and safe housing by 2030.
It means that we collectively need to get our growth process and our urban growth process and our cities right to solve or mitigate these problems. This is important as some of the challenges do not recognize national or regional boundaries. Some are planetary in nature and their negative consequences affect not only us today, but all future generations.
The inaugural assembly will seek innovative solutions on urban planning to deal with mass urbanization, including ways of providing affordable housing as well as decongesting cities.
That inadequate shelter and unsustainable human settlements remain a key challenge. And I therefore continue to urge member countries and partners to seize the opportunity during this UN Habitat Assembly to exchange ideas and best practices with a view of identifying practical solutions for improving our cities and human settlements.
At the end of the 5-day summit, delegates will come up with a ministerial declaration with proposals on how to make cities more inclusive, safe, resilient and sustainable by 2030.
We all commit to ensure that all human settlements, including rural and urban, exuberate the dignity of human existence in this increasingly urbanizing world.
Meanwhile, the overwhelming majority of people living in cities do not breathe clean air, and nearly 1 billion people could live in cities with perennial water shortages in 2050. Despite the daunting challenges, this provides us with enormous opportunities to make a difference. We need to get our cities right to fuel green and sustainable growth, protect the environment, ensure equality for all, and keep the social fabric of our communities intact.
The leaders will adopt an non-binding agreement to guide urban planning. Sarah Kimani, SABC News, Kenya.